Welcome to Module 6. In this module, we're going to be talking about some of the challenges that you face as a professional when you're working with individuals with challenging behavior and some of the things that you can do to be more effective. So, one of the things that happens when you are faced with challenging behavior is that you are then in a situation where you become stressed because somebody is being disruptive, somebody is being aggressive towards you, and then you feel threatened and you feel unsafe, and then you have our time regulating yourself. So, when a child or an adult with developmental disabilities is having trouble regulating and they're screaming and they're throwing a temper tantrum and they're hitting you, suddenly you will then feel your heartbeat quickly. You will feel your pulse rate. You will feel yourself um, dress up, and it will be harder for you to respond calmly because their lack of regulation is triggering you to be unregulated. And it's important to break that cycle and to instead work on a concept that in early childhood we talk about as co regulation, which is when you have a child that you're supporting who is dysregulated, an infant who won't stop crying, a 2-year old who is screaming in a temper tantrum. What you need to do is you need to regulate with them so that they will then benefit from your self regulation. So you pick that infant up and you rock them and you hum to them and you talk to them calmly. You sit next to that 2-year old and you rub their back and you say, I can see you're so upset. It is so frustrating when we can't go outside because it's raining. You were really looking forward to going on the playground today. And now you're so sad. I can see how sad you are and how disappointed you are we can't go outside. And by regulating for them, regulating next to them, regulating with them, they will over time learn to demonstrate those skills that you're modeling. Now, that might sound like it's easy to do, but it's not. And particularly as the individuals we work with get older and get larger, and are more triggered because, right, a 1-year old comes to us and is hitting us, we're not going to really feel threatened. If somebody who's 6 foot tall comes and starts hitting us, we're going to feel more threatened. And so it's going to be harder for us to react in that calm manner saying, oh, you're really angry right now. What can we do to fix this? Because you're not feeling safe. So your ability as a professional to your understanding of your own skills is going to make you more or less effective in working with individuals with challenging behavior. In other words, if in your heart of hearts you feel like, I got this, I can calm this person down, I can deal with this, I can teach them the skills they need, you're going to be much more likely to be able to do so. If you're like, I don't know what to do, I am overwhelmed, I feel unsafe, then you're going to respond in ways that further escalate that behavior. So it's really important whenever you're faced with a challenging behavior to take just a minute, even 5 seconds, to self regulate yourself. So take that deep breath. Do some self talk. I got this. I can support them. I can do this. And, pump yourself up. Remind yourself of those skills that you have, the skills that you already have, and the skills you're going to learn in the rest of this class, so that way you can approach this interaction from a place of confidence, from a place of this is not a crisis. This is a skill set that I need to help teach this individual, just as if they were struggling over a word when they were reading, or they were having a hard time getting their fork to their mouth. You wouldn't, suddenly feel threatened. You would approach as a teaching opportunity, that you can approach challenging behaviors in the same way as a teaching opportunity. So work on that. And then if you, still are struggling with it, work on it outside of the moment too. As hokey as it sounds, when I was really faced one time with a really challenging student, when we were in this cycle of negative interactions, I was desperate. I didn't know what else to do. And somebody recommended to me that I try visualizing. And I thought, this is really hokey. This isn't going to work, but I'm desperate. I'll try it anyway. So every night before I went to bed, and it's really helpful when you work on visualizing, do it last thing before you go to sleep, because it will help you not have those stress dreams at night as you're worrying about how the next day is going to go. So right before I went to sleep each night, I would visualize having positive interactions with this student. I would visualize that I would give her direction and she would do it. I would visualize that she would tell me when she was frustrated, and then I would be able to help her to work through that. And I don't know if her behavior really changed or if just my mindset changed, but things got better. I wasn't feeling any as stressed. She wasn't feeling as stressed. And so things did really improve. And so if you, like me, get that point of desperation where you're like, I can't do this anymore, give it a try. Really try visualizing having positive interactions with that individual. Try it right before you go to bed every single night. Try it for a couple weeks and see if it really makes a difference, because the way you perceive your effectiveness in working with individuals with challenging behavior will really influence how effective you are.